Lesson number 7, Looking Ahead, an Intro to Panel Building. This initial onboarding course has been designed to get you up and running as seamlessly as possible. By now, you should have all the basic team settings configured and the ability to launch and manage projects on your own. As you get deeper into your engagement with Research Hub, panel building is going to become an important part of your research strategy. You don't have to get started right away. This last lesson of our Hub for Research Ops Setup and Onboarding course will provide you with some context and introductory tips to be set up for success later on, including common challenges teams face when building and maintaining a panel, tips and considerations for when you move on to building a best-in-class research CRM. We'll discuss all of this in more detail in a future course on panel building. Sign up to be notified when new Academy courses drop. As you're planning your shift from project by project recruitment to recruitment from a curated, data-rich panel, some important things to note include that you'll want to think carefully about what kind of data you want to collect in your Hub panel. Hub's custom data fields help you create a tailored data set to support specific research needs of your team, but that flexibility can also lead to data bloat if you're not intentional about which fields you include. Consider which fields, for example, products purchased, customer persona, etc., would be most useful to the people doing research at your organization and create guidelines or templates for CSV uploads. Opt-in forms are the ideal panel building strategy because they allow you to build a list of engaged, enthusiastic participants while quickly collecting all the information you need in your Hub database. Share links to your opt-in form via in-app intercepts, customer newsletters, or other trusted channels to avoid fraud and ensure the right folks are targeted. Next, you'll want to use filters, dynamic segments, and labels that are all great tools to help your team navigate your Hub panel with ease. Make sure to educate your team on what segments and filters exist and how to use these to target right users. Bulk emails allow you to contact participants outside of the context of studies. Take full advantage of this feature to send out product news or welcome emails, ask participants to update their information using their opt-in form, and follow up with your panel to let them know what's coming soon and keep them excited about participating in research. You can also automate data maintenance with our native integrations and API. Cleaning and updating your data can become extremely time-consuming if you're trying to manage it all through manual tactics. If your team doesn't have the capacity to regularly screen, edit, and update your participant data, you can automate this process using our Hub API and native data integrations. Next, we'll move on to common challenges that teams face when building and maintaining a panel. When you make the shift from recruiting participants on a project-by-project basis to recruiting from a curated participant CRM, you may experience some challenges such as aligning your team on panel strategy. Depending on your team structure, you may need to collaborate with multiple internal teams and stakeholders. In the beginning, it's likely that you'll need to juggle differing opinions on panel strategy, including what data to upload, which invite rules to use, and more. The best way to overcome this challenge is to loop in stakeholders as early as possible for level-setting conversations. Another challenge is keeping your data clean. Cleaning and updating participant data can become a real challenge as your panel grows. To circumvent this issue, it helps to have a controlled, proactive approach to managing data uploads, such as assigning one panel manager who oversees all uploads, as well as strategies or tools for updating your panel over time. Our API and integrations are a great way to automate data upkeep, and you can also periodically send out opt-in forms to confirm data with participants. Lastly, enabling your team to use the panel can be challenging. As we mentioned in the previous lesson, training your team is one of the most important steps in a successful rollout. When other team members begin recruiting from your panel, they may struggle to adjust to the shift from project-by-project workflow recruitment. Creating strong enablement materials and making time for group or individual training will all help here as well. And as always, don't be afraid to reach out to your user interviews, customer success managers for guidance in this area. It's important to make note of these potential challenges and work with your customer success manager to navigate them successfully. You don't have to jump into it all right now. We'll dive deeper into panel activation in a future course. Congratulations, you completed this course. Some next steps so you can continue your learning. You'll want to head to the next course in our Research Hub onboarding series, which will be about team building and coordination with Research Hub. Don't forget, we're here to support you. You can email us at projects@userinterviews for any project-based questions or support. Lastly, if you want, you can join our customer panel. Fill out this form to opt into future research with UI.